Hey guys, it's Kristen again. So I am really going to be focusing this month on the Power Hour, the Power of Threes, the follow-ups, whatever you want to call it. So I decided that I would go ahead and do it live. I have adopted a system using Asana for maybe about a month now, and it makes my life so easy. So I've got my Asana pulled up. It's a free thing, super easy. And so as you can see, I've been kind of building my list as time has been going on. But when I first started, all I did was just start adding tasks, which are adding people. So these are all tasks, as they call it in Asana. So if I was, so I'll just go ahead and go through what I do, and it takes me 20 to 30 minutes now because I've been doing this, a long time, and I'll take you through what I do every day. And 21 months into Success Club now, so I can tell you that it's working. Success Club really isn't much of a struggle like what it used to be. And I really think that that has a lot to do with the fact that I'm finally organized. I finally figured out a system that works for me. And you don't have to do it in Asana. You can most definitely use a whiteboard or a notebook or a Microsoft Excel. This is just what works for me. So the first thing that we always do as coaches is add friends. So I'm just going to go to my Facebook page, and how I add friends is I typically will go to my like page. All right, so my like page is up, and what I do is I go to the posts that I've done, and I find people who I'm not friends with. So as you can see, I've already friend requested her, so let's go to another post. Maybe I'll go back a bit because I just did these. Why don't I go back to like last week sometime and see if there's anybody that I forgot. Now, having said this, I build my business through my like page, but I connect through my personal page. So anything to do with business goes on my like page, but any connections I make goes through my personal page. All right, so here's people who have liked this particular post. So I usually kind of start from the bottom because usually the people who you're not friends with are on the bottom. So this girl is a Beachbody coach, so I will not friend request her. So this one, I have 37 mutual friends. I'm going to go ahead and add her as a friend. Same with this girl. We have a couple mutual friends. I'm going to add her as a friend. And her, although she's friends with Sarah, so you know what, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that because more than likely that would be someone who could possibly be Sarah's customer, and I don't want to step on her toes. Okay, so I've added a couple people as friends. Now what I do after I've added new people as friends, I don't write them down unless they accept my friend request. So every morning I come here, I click this little friend request, and then I click who has accepted my friend request. So about an hour ago, she accepted my friend request. So I'm going to go ahead and double click her name. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to search her, make sure I haven't talked to her in the past. So nope, she's not in my database. So I'm going to go ahead and click add task because she's a new person. And I'm going to put her name in. And in the comments, I'm going to write added as friend. Comment. I'm going to assign it to myself. This is a team sharing website. I'm the only one. I don't have anybody this would be like a website that you use if you're like in corporate America and you're working on projects, but obviously I'm the only one that's going to be working on these, so I'm going to just assign it to myself. And I'm going to set the due date to follow up with her tomorrow. So it'll tell me tomorrow I am going to go to her page and I'm going to like or comment on her stuff because I'm going to start to get to know her. So let's see. Who else accepted my friend request? Let's go to Carly. All right. Go ahead and select her name. And I'm going to make sure I didn't already put her in there. So I didn't put her in there. So once again, add a task. I put Carly in there, and I'm going to write added as friend, comment, assign it to myself, and tomorrow I am going to like or comment on her post to start to get to know her. All right, next one is Danielle. Select her. See how quickly this happens? Very quickly. Make sure she's not already in here. Nope, not in here. So I'm going to add her. It's a lot of copying and pasting. Assign it to me. Set the due date for tomorrow. I added her as a friend. Okay. Let's see, Tiffany. Copy. See if I already have her, because sometimes I do forget to put them, I forget that I have put them in. Nope, gonna add task. So as you can see, I'm building a list of people that I am going to start to get to know, because these are all cold market people. Most of these people are from my like page, so a lot of times I don't have any friends in common with them, and so I need to start to get to know them. All right, Erica, I'm going to copy, see if she's in here already. She is, so I must have done this morning. So I'll look at Erica, yep, at 8:24 this morning, I wrote that I added her as a friend. All right, so I've got my first Power of 3 done, which is add friends. So what is the next step? The next step is I need to start forming people. So from Asana, I already yesterday assigned myself some people to talk to. Now I already did that this morning, so I'll just go ahead and do tomorrow. So I'll go right here, tasks by due date. And I have a couple, I have to contact free customers and check my challenge groups. I haven't done that yet. And this girl, I have to, if I clicked on Mindy, I would, see our whole conversation, and I have to send her a sample. So that's why I left it unfinished. But these are the people that I'm supposed to talk to tomorrow. So I'm forming these people. So I'm going to go ahead and copy her name. And then I'm just going to go to her page. And I'm going to look for something on her page that's interesting to me. So looks like her daughter was in the hospital. So that breaks my heart. I know how that is. So I'm just going to comment prayers on there. And then I'm going to tell myself that I commented on post about daughter in hospital. This one I'm going to be a little bit more specific on, because now I know her daughter was in the hospital, so it's probably not a good time to contact her about a challenge group. And I'm going to go ahead and set the due date till next week. So next week, I'm going to leave myself a little reminder that I should go to her page and like or comment on her posts. So let's form another person, Pam. So let's see, I just added her as a friend on February 22, and I've commented on one of her posts. So we just are starting to get to know each other. So let's go to her page and see what Pam has been up to. All right, this looks like a cool recipe. I don't usually take the time to watch them. I just kind of comment on them. And I'll just say commented on recipe video. All right, so I'm starting to be in her, newsfeed a little bit, and she's going to start to be in my newsfeed. Okay, so now let's go to people that I have been talking to for a little bit. Because obviously I'm going to form quite a few people. So tomorrow I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably about 20 people that I'm gonna, be in contact with. And then some of these people, I've gotten to the point of we're starting to message each other. So let me see if I can find any right off the top of my head. Like this one, Flo is thinking about being a coach, and I asked her if she thought it over. So on Saturday, I have a reminder for myself to talk to Flo, see if she had thought it over anymore. Let's see. Who else? Jacqueline wants to buy a program in a couple weeks. So I set the due date to talk to her on March 8th. So you see how this really helps you remember things that normally I wouldn't remember. Here's another one. Kenna is a coach that would like to sign up, but she needs some time to save up the money. So I've got her on my list, and I'm going to check in with her on March 12th. So that's how I do my Power of Threes. So I first go through and I add friends, then I go and look at the people who have accepted my friend request, and I add them, and then I start forming them. And then once we hit a certain point in our relationship, then I start messaging them. And I'm not necessarily messaging them about Beachbody. I'm messaging them saying, like, for example, one girl I've been talking to had professional pictures done of her 2 daughters, and they were like smearing lipstick all over each other, and it was so adorable. So I messaged her and I was like, I love your new pictures. What a great idea. My daughters would love that, but I have to ask, was the lipstick hard to get off? Blah, 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 blah. And over time, we just kind of started to get to know each other. So that's what I do. And then when I'm actually inviting, I use this cold invite script. So let me go ahead and grab it. It's in my Google Docs. So let's see if I can get it to, here it is. Okay, so if I notice someone has been liking a lot of my posts on my business page, I will send them 1 or 2 messages. It'll either say, hey, thanks for liking my post on my business page. I love meeting like-minded people. Are you into health and fitness too? By the way, blank are so cute. Your kids are so cute. Your dogs are so cute. Your house is so cute. Whatever. I'm connecting with them. Or if they're a frequent liker and I haven't been able to contact them any other way, I might message them, hey, how are you? I saw your beautiful face under one of my statuses, and I really hope you don't mind me messaging you about something like this. I don't know if this would interest you, but I'm running a healthy mind and body boot camp. I already have a bunch of people on board, but I want it to be a blowout. If I gave you details to read over, would you be willing to check it out and see if it would be a good fit? So I'm not actually asking her if she's interested. I'm just saying, hey, if I gave you the details, would you look it over? So it's a very nonchalant way of doing it. I'm not asking her to purchase anything. I'm not asking her to say yes or no. I'm just saying, hey, do you want to look it over? Hopefully then they would say, yes, give me some details, and then I actually email it to them. You could totally do it in Facebook Messenger too, but I just email it to them. And then I followed this exact script. So I send them the email, and then I go back to Facebook Messenger and I say, email sent, are there any specific fitness goals you're trying to accomplish? And then we talk about that, blah, 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 blah. And then I end that conversation. And then the next day I message them and I say, hey, does this all make sense? What questions do you have? And we may or may not talk. And if they don't reply, then I send this message, hey, checking in, our challenge group starts, blah, 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 want to make sure we connect, because they haven't responded to me. They said, yes, I want the information, but they never responded. And then this is the 3rd follow-up. This is the one I have the hardest time sending, but it's the one that gets the most response. So my 3rd follow-up, it's 4 days since I've sent that initial email, either, the information that they said they would be willing to read. And I just say, hey, I'm sensing a bit of hesitation around the challenge group, and I just want to be able to give you all the information you need to make the best decision. In my eyes, my job as a coach began once you asked for more info. After coaching so many challengers, I've learned most people have a lot of fear and insecurity around health and fitness. I know I did. I would hate that to stop you from at least trying this program. I would love to chat with you a bit about your goals, and we can figure out if this would be a great fit or if there are ways to modify it to fit your needs better. And if not, no pressure, that's totally fine. Is there a time when we can chat in the next few days? And most of the time, that's the one that people reply to. And then so on and so forth. I have some for people who did not see the message. I have a mobile app follow-up script, making sure that they completed the enrollment, all this stuff. And I have posted this in Fit Companies, so be sure to look for it. So that's my inviting. And then for coaching, coaching goes one of two ways. So either coaching means that I go to my challenge groups and I just simply compliment my challengers and say, hey, thank you so much for being so encouraging. It makes my job so much easier. And that's all I say. And then they'll usually reply back, hey, I hope it's okay, or hey, no problem, I love this group. Whatever they reply back, I'll say, you know, you're already kind of doing my job. Have you ever thought about coaching? So that is one route that I go. And obviously the other route I go is I have my What is Coaching groups. So this particular one had about 20 members in it. And so none of them actually signed up. So now I have 20 new people that I'm continually following up with, and they're all in my Asana tasks. And I just kind of keep in touch with them. And you know, some of them I think eventually will sign up, and maybe some of them won't. So those are two ways to get your tasks in. And then don't forget, you look at your messages, and even if they don't reply, follow the cold invite script, and you know, 24 hours after, ask them, does this make sense? You know, 72 hours after, say, hey, just making sure, you know, our group starts on March 22, make sure you get in. And then that fourth message, the hesitation message, seems to be the one that works the best. So, like I said, this has been really great for me. I'm a bit of a scatterbrain, so tomorrow morning, I know when I sit down, I have all of these green dots that say tomorrow. That's all the stuff I have to do tomorrow. And I mean, I'll even put in stuff like I have to post to my recipe groups. I have to do my challenge group check-ins. I have to do my team recap. I have to remember to message my sister for whatever reason. You know, I'll sometimes even put that stuff in here. And just, you know, be sure to update it as time goes on. I had 3 people buy challenge packs last night, so I have to go back in there and update them. And when somebody buys a challenge pack, I set the due date to the end of the week to check on the tracking. And then once they get it, I set the due date for 3 weeks after that to make sure that they're aware that their Shakeology is coming. And that's when I talk to them about coaching. So anyway, we're going to be talking a lot this month about the Power Hour and really getting you guys into a routine. So I hope that this helps. And if you have any questions, let me know. All right, bye.